And 9 straight days of record closes for the Dow, despite all the delays in President Trump's agenda. Investors, they don't care. Joining me now to discuss is Lee Munson, Portfolio Wealth Advisors Chief Investment Officer. Lee, great to have you here. So, I look at this and it's astonishing. I don't know a professional investor out there who isn't getting just a little antsy. Are you one of them?
No, because we have plenty of liquidity. We don't have an inverted yield curve. Profits are great.
Inverted yield curve, you got to explain that.
Okay. When short rates are higher than long rates, that signals a recession and bad things.
It's like a flashing signal,
It's a flashing signal.
Okay.
So all pros look for that. Right now we don't have it, and usually it's about 12-month lag.
You know what's so interesting, though? Volatility is so low.
Slow.
Now, some people would say that should scare you,
right,
that people aren't scared. Is that crazy talk?
No, I love these stats. It's the lowest it's ever been since we came up with that VIX index thing where we measure volatility. But all it really says is that the market hasn't been that wobbly. It hasn't gone much up and down. So don't look at the absolute number. Here's what we did, though. We took all the profits that we made this year. We're up 18–20% international, 10 in large U.S. We just took those profits this year, and we'll see if we get a pullback. But here's the thing I want the listeners to know. If you want to rebalance your portfolio and take a little profits for the year, that's fine. But you know what we have to do? We have to remember that liquidity is so big right now, don't expect a 10% correction. If you see 3 to 5% sale, you buy that dip. Why? Because we still have profits. We still have cheap labor.
Well, I think that's what's so beautiful about this marketplace and why I'm so excited is that there are fundamentals there. The earnings are terrific, and we see them increasing. And the Wall Street Journal this weekend reporting that, hey, look, a lot of that regulatory change that the Trump administration has put in place, it really hasn't flowed through to the bottom line yet. So now you think about that when that begins to flow through to the bottom line, that's going to be a beautiful thing.
And the other thing, if we see some softness or some sort of pullback because of noise or Trump said something funny one day, I think you also have to look at smaller U.S. companies, like a small cap index. Why? Because that is the place that hasn't done well this year because we didn't get those tax cuts. As soon as we get those tax cuts, I think small cap starts to explode.
I think it's so funny we're talking about value again after all this time.